Okay, welcome back to the series. We are officially on the third article of the US Constitution. The first two were very, very enlightening, very eye-opening, especially for someone that has never, or the last time that I read it, I don't even remember reading the US Constitution, but just extremely eye-opening. And then going through these articles and seeing the political landscape of the United States is also very, very interesting, and you just understand more. You make a lot of these, oh, that now I get it, now it makes sense kind of moments. So I don't want to call them aha moments, but a lot of aha moments so far. So we are now going into Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so Article 3, Section 1, the judicial power of the United States. Okay, so judging people. We're talking about judging people. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may form from time to time to ordain and establish, right? The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior and shall at stated times receive for their services compensation, which shall be not diminished during their continuance in office. Okay, we don't have a term for the judges yet, but let's see. Article 3, Section 2, the judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity, arising under this Constitution, the laws of the United States, and the treaties made, or which shall be made under their authority, to all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and consuls, to all cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction, to controversies to which the United States shall be a party, to controversies between two or more states, between a state and citizens of another state, between citizens of different states, between citizens of the same state claiming lands under grants of different states, and between a state or the citizens thereof and foreign state citizens or subjects. So basically, everybody can beef with everybody. That's what this is saying. It's like an open market. You want to go to court. You can take anybody to court. You can take anybody to court. Okay. In all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and consuls, and those in which a state shall be party, the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction. In all other cases before mentioned, the Supreme Court shall have a appellate jurisdiction, both as to law and fact, with such exceptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. Right? So it says, in all cases affecting ambassadors or public ministers and people who are basically in power, and those in which a state shall be a party, the Supreme Court shall have the original jurisdiction. So anything that has to do with states, is the Supreme Court that's making the judgments. In anything else, the Supreme Court shall have appellate jurisdiction, and with such exceptions as regulations can make, right? The trial of all crimes except in cases of impeachment shall be by jury. Wow, that's powerful. All crimes except impeachment shall be by jury. So through the people. But if you want to impeach somebody, you could just have a judge say, I'm impeaching. Whew. The trial of all crimes except in cases of impeachment shall be by jury, and such trial shall be held in the state where said the crimes have been committed, but when not committed within any state, the trial shall be at such place or places as the Congress may have directed. Powerful last paragraph of Section 2, Article 3. Whew, that was strong. Okay, Article 3, Section 3. Here we go. Treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them, or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses to the same overt act, or on the confession in open court. The Congress shall have the power to declare the punishment of treason, but no attainder of treason shall work corruption of blood, forfeiture, except during the life of the person attainted. Treason against the U.S. shall consist only in levying war against the U.S. or in adhering to the enemies or giving aid to the enemies of the U.S. No person shall be convicted of treason. Do you know how many people throw this word around? That it's like, oh, he committed treason. That was treasonous what he did. The number of times that they've said that about Trump, that was treasonous what he did. It's like, bruh. And so, with the respect of everybody, I'm not trying to instigate war or anything. I'm just trying to understand how people say things and why they say things and the meaning of certain things. And they refer to a lot of the acts that he took as treason. And maybe it's because of that specific line where it says, adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. It's like that is also something that can be, I'm missing the word. What is the freaking word that I'm looking for? Anyways, people can look at that in their own way, and people can give meaning to that in their own way. Yeah, so Article 3 has been very, very interesting. Interpreted, that was the freaking word that I'm looking for. This can all be interpreted. Like, there's a lot of room left for interpretation in a lot of these sentences and a lot of these paragraphs. It's like they try to give you some laws and they try to give you some rules to follow, but they leave so much room for interpretation that people who have intentions or certain things that they're trying to get across, certain agendas, can twist these words. And it's just very, very interesting to read, very interesting to go through. Okay, so that was Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution, and now we're going into Article 4.